Hallmark Hot Takers, and welcome to another episode
21
of Season 2 of Hallmark Hot Takes, where we review all of this year's 31 movies from the Countdown to Christmas from the Hallmark Channel, and we give them ratings. What kind of ratings do we give them, Jay?
Let's do candy cane ratings this year.
Let's try that.
Where we can give it between 0.5 and 5 candy canes each for a total of 10 candy canes, or even down to one candy cane in the candy cane hell of ratings.
Yes, the Hallmark Hot Takes hell of candy cane ratings. There's a couple down there, so hope this movie doesn't get there. So tonight we are reviewing Christmas in Tahoe, starring Kyle Seelig and Lauren Osnes. So as always, get ready for the rapid recap. So Claire is a former manager of Ryan's band who was fired as their manager right before the band made it big. And she is in Tahoe helping out at her family's hotel. And she is sort of, I'm not sure what her title is, but she also helps plan the annual live Christmas Eve event. That's a variety show, bands, acts, and things like that. And she's in a bind because the big act that she has booked has canceled at the last minute. And wouldn't you know, she's been contacted by a property in Las Vegas who, if this show goes well, it would fulfill Claire's dream of being like a big gig event, planner at a resort in Vegas. And he says, if this goes well, you're going to get the job. So, of course, she's scrambling at the last minute to try and fill in these acts because once the big name dropped, all these other names dropped out too. So Ryan, who is the lead guitarist of the band that she used to manage, comes back to town, also happens to be her ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
A little bit of a falling out after she got, So he helps her try and fill in some gigs, and she asks him if his band will do it. But his band, they're a little bit on the outs because Ryan really wants to spend more time writing songs instead of performing. He's kind of burnt out. He wants to just stay in Tahoe with his family and kind of chill. And his bandmate, Alistair, thinks he's trying to break up the band. So Claire, excuse me, I don't know where Paige came from. Claire actually goes to Alistair and says, hey, why don't you hear Ryan out? Maybe you guys could come to a meeting of the minds. Right. And eventually they do come to a meeting of the minds. Ryan is going to do one final tour while they secure a new lead guitarist. And then he's going to stay in Tahoe and write songs for the band. So the show is getting all of their acts together. And Claire has not told her dad that that at the end of the show, if she gets this job offer, she's going to leave. But when the guy who is supposed to interview her comes, her dad finds out and he's pretty upset about it. But all this while, Claire has kind of really decided that she really likes to stay in Tahoe. She doesn't want to leave the inn. And then at the end, after the thing is a huge, glorious success, she gets the job offer, but she turns it down after her dad says that he would like to have her do more big events at their hotel and turn it into a full-time gig for her, and she's very excited about that. And at the end of the movie, her and Ryan reconnect and they kiss, and that is Christmas in Tahoe.
That was quite a recap.
I didn't like it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Let's do a review.
Let's do it.
All right. Review time.
Review time.
What I didn't like, the annoying kid. So there was an annoying kid actress in this one. It was like a niece, I believe. Claire's niece. Like this incredibly annoying child at the dancer recital, and she's just making a fool out of herself, and she's like the lead, and it's like the exact reasons why you wouldn't want someone to be the lead. Like she's making a huge spectacle of herself and everything's about her. She's dancing, and it was incredibly awkward, and I hated every second of it.
It was like 30 seconds of the movie.
It was awful. It was so annoying.
Okay.
The thing I hated most about this movie was the fact that she just could never tell her dad that she was going for this job.
And it was not cool.
And just stabs him right
in the heart.
Dead in the heart, through the back, or back through the heart, however you wanted this one to look at. So she's there, she's doing a great job, And then he's just taken back at the whole thing because she never told him. But like in the end, there was an opportunity. So like she could have just said, "Hey, Dad, I'm really passionate about this," and he would have given her the opportunity.
Right.
And just
Instead,
talk it out,
she, like,
people.
blindsided him and was going to take this job and leave him high and dry.
Right.
That wasn't cool.
Worst.
I agree. I did not like that.
I have to tell your dad. Tell your dad.
Tell your
So then
damn
there's this other band that's like a cappella group that they bring in.
Oh
that
yeah,
she's
one
like
of the acts.
desperate, again back to filling out these acts. So she goes and she talks to him and she's like, "We'll fly your family out to Tahoe and you'll have Christmas here, Where's they getting the money for this? Like, they're going to pay for this band's, all their family to come out to Tahoe?
Yeah, like how many? There's 3 band members. I mean, you don't know how big their families are.
Right. And like, that'd be great. My parents don't get to see me like play
But what
or
if he
anything.
has like 14 brothers and sisters?
And they're all, and like, they have nothing going on for Christmas. So like, they're like, "Oh yeah, I would love to go to Tahoe." Like, no. Like, it's stupid. Like, they didn't have any money. So I was hoping that was going to come in. And the dad would be like, "Hey, we used to have a great year here at the inn, but now we spent all the money on this one act."
Well, I think that wasn't really an inn. It was a hotel. It was a big.
It was called an
hotel.
inn. It was called an inn.
Again, but it was it wasn't like a 20-room inn. It was a hotel. At least 300 rooms.
Yeah, I also didn't like the lack of use of the star power in this movie. So George Lopez is in this movie.
Yeah, totally underutilized.
He is like a doorman, security type.
Is he concierge?
Maybe.
I don't know what he is.
I don't know.
They don't even tell you.
He just gets you a couple nuggets of wisdom here and there. I don't know if they just paid for like 10 minutes of George Lopez or what.
By the hour.
Because like completely underutilized.
I agree.
I hated that aspect. Yeah, that's what I got. What do you got? What dislikes?
Okay, so the first thing I wrote down in my dislikes is that I was bored. It took a long time to tell this story. And I think it was because I didn't really care if she got the job or not. Because I was so mad that she didn't tell her dad that she was going to do this. Yeah. I didn't want her to get the job because I was kind of mad at her. And so I didn't really care, so I was bored for a while. And then it picked up. It picked up, so that was good. So they go, when they're trying to secure this a cappella group, they go to one of their shows.
Yeah.
And her outfit, she is an a cappella group singing like Silent Night and Christmas songs.
Yeah.
She goes looking like a damn rock star. She's rocking the side ponytail. She's wearing bright silver shiny pants. It was just everyone else was dressed normally.
I thought that was
dressed
fine.
like it was a rock concert.
I thought that was fine. That was like a nice call to the 80s or 90s
I didn't
look.
like it. She was fine, but like at an 80s or 90s like themed party.
I had no problem with it.
Anyhow, I found Claire a bit annoying at times. I couldn't get into her character. I just didn't care. I didn't care.
We were just mad at her because she didn't.
I was mad. And then they had a really bad fake scenery scene, so they go out on the balcony and it's supposed to be the mountains behind them. And it was obviously very fake. And like you said, George Lopez was underutilized. So those were my dislikes.
What I liked about this was Balsam Hill ornaments, at both parents' houses. So they were putting a tree up at one house, Balsam Hill out of the box, putting ornaments on. You flash over to the other house, Balsam Hill ornaments they're taking out. So again, love product placement. This is actually a dislike. I forgot about this. There's the gentleman who was just trying to make it in this world as a bagpiper. And he offers his services a few times to help this variety show. And she does not take him up on it either time. And I thought that was a big miss. He was
the bagpipes.
I love the bagpipes. I like the moms in this
Hallmark
one.
Mom?
Hallmark Mom and Other Mom. I thought they were great. Reminded me of the Dueling Dads.
Making Spirits Bright.
Yeah, where the moms were in cahoots and they were kind of like teaming up. I like that. Hallmark Dad was in this one.
Hallmark Dad was in it.
So I thought that was pretty good. Jackson. So there's this guy. He works at the hotel, and he moonlights as a singer and guitar player. He's also from the band Train. Drops of Jupiter.
It was amazing.
He was fantastic.
He was fantastic. So like Claire kept ducking out on Claire, and she thought he was going on dates, and she's like, "Oh yeah, who's your lady?" And he was like, "No, it's not a date." And then she sees him singing, and he was going to like gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
He was trying to make it in the music world.
Yeah.
Newsflash, he already has.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Jackson gets to open for Ryan's and Alistair's band. The name of what was their band?
Wild Lynx?
Wild Lynx, yeah. So
it's kind of like Wild Stallions. So this is what I liked. This is probably the part I liked most about this, but they never made this connection. And maybe that was just for me. Maybe it was just for me. Is the fact that like this hectic week of bands canceling and people canceling would have been like a preview for her whole life as that planner in Las Vegas. Like that stress, like it was kind of reflective of like, that's really what you want, is to like run this all the time and at how much higher stakes. And I don't know. So I thought that was kind of cool, at least for me, seeing it that way. How about you? What did you like?
I liked Ricky Page. So one of the acts they got was this comedian, and they tried to sneak into her hotel room and pose as room service people. So because their manager had already said no to Claire, and so they snuck into her room. She was just kind of funny because she had just gotten dumped by her boyfriend, and I don't know. I really liked Ricky Page. I liked Ryan and Alistair. So Alistair is the bandmate, the one who is very upset, and I just like the way they act. It seemed realistic, kind of, that Alistair was pissed because he thought that Ryan was trying to break up the band, but Ryan had a legitimate claim to his time and his talent, and so it was actually kind of believable, and glad they worked it out. I liked Ryan. I actually really liked his character because he was just, I don't know, there was something about him. I just liked him. I thought when I first saw him, I wasn't too sure. I was like, I don't know. He's just going to be kind of irritating. But he was really grounded, and I kind of liked him.
He was no Tyler Hines.
Well, come on. That's stupid. And then the other thing I liked is when the dad found out that she was going to take this other job, he got mad. Right. And I really liked that because I thought it would have been really unrealistic if he was immediately like, okay, honey, go follow your dream, when he was totally blindsided by it. So he wasn't mad like you're a terrible trashy daughter, but he was hurt.
Do what you got to do is what he said.
He just said do what you got to do. And you know what that means. I wash my hands of you.
Yeah.
And then I also like the fact that at the end, even when he saw what she did and saw how much talent she had and how much passion she had for doing this, he didn't say, go do what you... He said, I will make a place for you here to do it. And I love that because I was so prepared for him to say, just go and do your thing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he didn't. He fought for her, and I really liked that.
That was great.
Yeah.
What about a candy cane? Let's say you were going to give this candy canes.
If I was going to give it a candy cane rating... Yes. I would probably give it somewhere in the range of a 3. It was a middle of the road movie for me. I was entertained. There were parts I was a little bit bored at. Yeah. But overall, a decent story and a decent showing.
I was thinking 2.5, but George Lopez was in it, so I'll go 3.
And there was product placement.
So I will go 3. I think 3 is also.
I think a 6 is a solid rating. It was a middle of the road movie and a decent offering. Yeah. But it didn't knock my socks off.
Socks were on.
Socks are still on.
They're still on. Want to do a preview?
Let's.
Candace is coming up.
Oh yeah, Candace. Preview time. So, this is the Queen's movie. Candace is coming out. So we are going to be reviewing The Christmas Contest starring Candace Cameron Bure and John Brotherton. So, another X one. So when X's Laura and Ben compete in a Christmas contest to win money for the charity of their choosing, the city watches them battle and choose what is more important, victory or love.
Victory.
I think
victory comes with money.
Victory, yes, it does. And you can buy love with money. Is that how it goes?
Not
Yeah.
on a Hallmark movie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So I'm excited because Candace's movie last year did not knock my socks off. So I'm hoping that
It's going to be amazing. It's the queen of Hallmark.
she's the queen.
She's capping the Merry Thanksgiving marathon.
Weekend. The
Weekend.
7 movie bonanza. This is the last one.
Yes, this will close this
And
out.
then we'll have a little bit of a break. I'm probably going to go on a mini vacation, maybe get a massage.
Drink heavily. All right, we'll see you next time.
Peace.